We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the LA Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Matt Beatty, the league's leading hitter, continues his march toward the National League batting crown. Next.
Welcome to the last month of regular season baseball.
What do we need to know here, Danny?
Yo, what is up, YouTube? I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. Guys, we are here on September 1st, and the D-backs are second in the wild card. And I just looked up the standings before this game, and I found that out. The St. Louis Cardinals are 2 games behind the D-backs. So now what the D-backs have to do, they actually have to win 1 game in this series, as it's a 2-game series. So if we sweep them and St. Louis wins both of their games, or 2 games in a row, if Arizona loses 2 games in a row, that means Arizona probably will be 3rd in the wild card. And man, it's going to be a fun September for Arizona, St. Louis, because St. Louis, they are 2 games behind. Arizona, we see them 5 more times. Well, we see them this series, as that's a strikeout the bets with the sinker. We see them in this 2-game series for September 1st and September 2nd, and then we see them the 11th, 10th. I mean, we see them the 11th, 12th, and 13th of September, and then that's our season against Arizona, unless we see them in the postseason. But they gotta make it. They got to try to make it to the postseason. We play the Rockies 1 more time this season in the regular season in September. The Rockies actually come to Dodger Stadium, where the Dodgers have to regroup against them. The last time we saw the Rockies, we got swept at Coors Field, and we cannot let them sweep us before going into the postseason, just in case that's going to be caught in right field. But we can't let them sweep us in that next series we see them. Just because if we do, and then they have the confidence going into the postseason, they beat whoever the opponent is. Could be the D-backs, could be St. Louis, whoever that team is, and then they come face us. We don't want them to have I don't really want them to have all that confidence coming up against us. Strike 1 to a Matt Beatty. But guys, this is pretty exciting, man. September is going to be a good month. The Rockies are actually, I think, 9 more games away from actually getting their 100th win this season, as Correa will cut that one off. They're the first to end the inning. So the Rockies are trying to get 100 wins this season. They are very, very close. That would bring in Alex Wood. 28 start, 17-1, 4.01 ERA. Guys, and another interesting thing about the D-backs, because I looked at the calendars for the D-backs. They play San Francisco a few times. They play the Padres, I think, a few times. If I looked at it right, I'm probably wrong on that one. So if I'm wrong on that one, that's my mistake. But they play the NL West pretty much this whole month. They face up the Rockies in a 3-game series before the regular season ends. So that's kind of crazy, because if the D-backs are that second wild card team, they don't even have to leave. The Rockies come here, I think, that's what I saw, and then they travel to Coors Field and then the next 2 days later, they're playing in the wild card game against each other. So it's pretty exciting to see how this season will finish for the D-backs, because they really, really want to make the postseason. The last time they made it was in 2017. In the same situation. The Rockies played them here in Arizona, where the Rockies lost that wild card game, and then the D-backs got swept, as that will be caught from Betts. So 1, 2, 3 inning for Alex Wood, and it's gonna be a wild ride here in September, and I'm all excited about it. Just because we won the West. We have the best division. We have the best record in the league, but our division this year is probably one of the best in the league. And I'd love to probably, you know, as much as I would rather play the D-backs, because I feel like I've had a better year against the Diamondbacks than I have the Rockies, especially getting swept that last time we saw Colorado. I think I'd rather face Colorado, but if I have to face the D-backs, it is what it is. Or St. Louis, and you know, St. Louis would be a nice team to play against. We had a great year against St. Louis, but the difference is now is that we have Jack Flaherty, and they have Julio Urias, and we have not played them since that trade. As this one's gonna be hit to right, and Marte will catch it. One out here in the top of second. So there's so many like pictures I'm getting in my head, and what might happen in the 2020 postseason, and who will be there, you know. And can St. Louis take over the division, and Cincinnati takes that second place wild card? There's so many. It's still a month of baseball. There's so many different situations what can happen. I'm pretty sure St. Louis is not going to take the division. And, you know, in the D-backs, they can actually get their wild card games up here in a couple weeks. They actually go to St. Louis to play the Cardinals in a 3-game set. So that series might be the series what changes the whole wild card. What happens if St. Louis wins 2 out of 3 games? Arizona might drop, but then, you know, the next night if Arizona beats maybe whoever else they're playing that Monday or whatever, and St. Louis lose, like, there's so much what can happen. And, you know, I doubted the Arizona D-backs the last time we played them. I said there's no way they're going to be able to come back into this season and maybe win a wild card or get a wild card spot. I said that I didn't think it was possible, but here they are sitting second in the NL wild card, as St. Louis is behind them now. It's crazy as Turner will ground that, throw the first one out. And it doesn't look like St. Louis plays tonight, because I'm looking at the scoreboard on the bottom. I'm yet to see their name, and they'll bring Kevin Crone. First pitch, it popped up. Max Muncy will catch it. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second for the Dodgers, and Alex Wood. Wood looking to pitch around 5 innings. Alright, that'll bring in Lamardo Vargas. First pitch, fouled off, strike 1. And another thing, do you think Carlos Correa has a lot to do with this playoff push? You know, before the trade deadline, Arizona made a big trade for Carlos Correa. And is that the move, what they made to help their team out, or is it the Brandon Woodruff move? Is that the strikeout? Because now, since they've had Woodruff and Carlos Correa, it feels like their team is more built. They're really on the verge of trying to win a World Series. That's everyone's goal going into the postseason. But right now, they got to focus on getting into the wild card, which they're second place. But they got to keep winning ball games. Because they only have a 2-game, they're only 2 games above St. Louis. And, you know, no one's going to catch the Rockies, I don't think. The Rockies have been playing such good baseball lately for the past few months that I don't think it's possible for any team to catch up to them. Is it possible for any team to beat them? Yes. But that team has to be good. And Arizona, they've seen the Rockies enough this year. They've had some interesting series against the Rockies because, you know, when I think it was a 4-game set, Arizona beat them 3 out of 4 times. And, you know, that's saying something for Arizona. That just means they're hungry and they want to make it into the postseason. Or, you know, they want to make it deep into the postseason at least. So we'll see what they could do here. You know, obviously I'd love to play against the Rockies, like I said earlier. I feel like it'd be a more competitive game against the Rockies. But at the same time, I know I can lose against the Rockies. So, and you know, I can lose against any team. I really can. You know, I lost to the Royals earlier this season. You know, I had a terrible game against them. And I lost one of those ball games against the Royals. So, I can lose to anybody. The question is, who's going to be a good enough team to beat us in a 5-game series? That's the question. Hit deep to left. This ball. Nick Ahmed might have a home run here. Now Chris Taylor will catch it. 1 out. But that's the thing. The NLDS is a 5-game series. The Rockies could they could win 2 games in a row, and then we win 2 games in a row, and then it comes all down to Game 5 in Dodger Stadium. Home field advantage, and probably a Walker Buehler or Clayton Kershaw on the mound. So, and you know, they got Mike Clevenger. Do they have? Yeah, they got Mike Clevenger. They got Jacob deGrom. They got a pretty good starting lineup. So, I mean, starting rotation. So it's gonna be a very interesting season. Well, I mean, postseason. And they got Adam Ottavino. That's another arm in the bullpen. But, you know, we got Brusdar Graterol, who's been really good. We got Dylan Floro, who's been rocky lately. We called up Blake Trinan, who, in his last outing on Sunday, did all right and got out of that inning. We got Kenley Jansen, who has been rocky all year, but, oh, what a play from Carlos Correa. He's going to bobble that one, though, and that might be a base hit for Mookie Betts. So that'd be the first hit of the game. Maybe an error, I'm not too sure. They're going to say a base hit. So that's our first hit of the game here in the top of the 4th. And, you know, they got a Josh Bell. We got Max Muncy. They got Brendan Rodgers. We got Matt Beatty. They got Story. We got Seager. They got Arenado. We got Turner. You know, they got Puig. We have Jock Peterson. Ed Wickland, you know, and then center field, we got Cody Bellinger, and they got Ender Inciarte, where I feel like in our outfield it's a little bit better, and maybe with the at-bats, man. Right field, they got Blackman, and we got Mookie Betts, so it's going to be a very interesting series if that gets there. Oh my goodness, they're going to get Mookie Betts. Darn it, that hit off our first base coach. 1 out here in the top of the 4th now, darn it. 1-0. And you know, our backups, we got Gleyber Torres, we got, you know, we got Gleyber Torres, we have we got Wilson, as this one's hit the deep right field, and if this stays fair, it's gone, which it will go foul. You know, we got Wilson, we got Chris Taylor, who has a role as a start, like, he has numbers like he's starting, but he's not even starting. So there's so many situations. What can happen in the postseason? Will we make it to the World Series if we face the Rockies? There's just so many questions. And you know, we dominated the Rockies all year. We did. And I had one bad series. A very, very bad series. And I could feel I'm doubting the team. I could feel it. I'm doubting myself, questioning, can I really beat the Colorado Rockies? And, you know, we're going to have to see. And we're going to have to beat them if I want to continue this season. And, you know, like I said, guys, this might be it. This might be it of MLB on the channel for the franchise modes. It might be it. And unfortunately, that's just life, you know. Sometimes you got to call things quits. I've done this for 2 years in a row, you know. And I've loved every bit of it. But working and then this, but you know, I feel like once I'm out of school, I can still do this, guys. I love it, and I feel like I can still continue the franchise modes as long as, you know, I go to work the 8 hours, come home, make the YouTube video, and call it a day. I really do feel like I'll still be able to do something what I love and making these MLB franchise videos, as this one will be hit in front of the plate. That's going to be a foul ball. But we're going to have to see. And, you know, right now my mindset is this might be the last ever franchise mode. And it's a disappointment because it just makes me want to, like, it's sad because I've grinded so much baseball. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But you know, I don't want to quit it, and you know, and I honestly want to start uploading Madden more. I really do. And like I said, guys, on Sunday's video, I'm still waiting for that USB stick to arrive. 1-2 and the 1-2 knuckle curve. 2-2. Might be 2 weeks by the time you guys see another Madden video, which is so disappointing. But You know, sometimes stuff happens, and you know, like I said in Sunday's video, I could have always went to Best Buy and got another one, but honestly, I needed more stuff from Amazon, and I just needed to do that, and it is what it is. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, but I just want to say thank you guys. I can't say thank you enough. Ball 1 to Carlos Correa, but for the people who have watched every single game this year, for the people who have grinded the whole season out with me, I just want to say thank you very much. Last regular season of baseball, then we're getting to the exciting stuff, and hopefully we could be lifting up the World Series trophy at the end of this season. The 1-2 fastball will be high, and now 2-2. 2-2, and now the 2-2 changer from Alex Wood to Carlos Correa will be hit to left field. Chris Taylor will catch it to end the bottom of the 4th.
He'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. And back in Phoenix as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, 0-1.
Right, thanks, Heidi.
Cody Bellinger with the cutter for the Alex Young. His pitch count's pretty low. This one will be hit in front of him, and this nice play from Alex Young, 1 out. And you know, my biggest question is for the D-backs, you know, regarding the postseason. Who is going to be the starter for that wild card game if they make it? Who do they have? You know, they got Brandon Woodruff.
Kelly is there.
They got Alex Young, who has struggled this season, but he does have wins under his belt, you know. So there's so many different situations for the D-backs. And same with the Rockies, man. You know, they go into the wild card game. Who are they going to play? You got Jacob deGrom, who's hungry. You got Mike Clevenger, who's hungry, as Corey Seager is going to get a double here with 2 outs. Probably easily will be safe. And a 2-out double from Corey Seager, 28th double of the year. All right, bringing Will Smith 0 for 1. So there's so many situations, and on paper, it shows that the Rockies are the way better team against the D-backs. And same with these games, you know, the Dodgers, you know, on paper, it shows that we're better. But it all depends on how we play as well, you know. And you know, on the Dodgers and Rockies, on paper, I feel like, you know, it should show that the Dodgers should be winning these games against the Rockies. Yes, they have a fantastic team, but you know, we've owned them all season. They beat us that 3-game series in Colorado. We have another 3-game set against them, but it's in LA. And say if they do sweep us in that series, then that's when you gotta question, you know, are we good enough to beat them in the postseason? Or did they finally start watching film and are they really gonna try and win the World Series? 3-2 fouled off. And you know, this was the first time we played them with Josh Bell being on their team. You know, every time I faced Daniel Murphy, I thought, yes, he's a threat, but he's not that big of a threat, as this one's going to be hit to Correa, and throw to first will end the top of the 5th.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Torey Lovello about the Diamondbacks' offensive production, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, a leadoff single for Ketel Marte here in the bottom of the 5th. And now that'll bring in Kevin Chrome. 0 for 1. First pitch from Wood will be strike ball 1. But as I was saying before we before the top of the 5th ended. You know, we faced the Rockies all year with Daniel Murphy playing first. The last series we played the Rockies, we saw a new face at first, and that was Josh Bell. And, you know, I think just a little bit, I took it into consideration that, you know, we've beaten the Rockies all year. I didn't have to go into that series having to win games. You know, I went into that series with my head kind of off my shoulders, just, you know, not being heads up and kind of playing sloppy baseball as this one will be hit deep to left. Chris Taylor will get under it. Oh, Chris Taylor will get under it and catch it to outs. So, you know, it kind of, you know, losing that 3-game series against the Rockies, it's kind of opened my eyes as well. You know, did I really go into that series thinking to myself, yeah, we've beat them all season, even though they are a great team, we can still beat them. And I should know that I could still beat them. But, you know, can I beat them easily? That's the question. And obviously, that 3-game series kind of showed that I have to play them like I'm playing already in the postseason right now. Because I don't want them to go into the postseason, win that wild card, go to LA with all this confidence. I need to beat them. I need to sweep them in that 3-game series, or win 2 games at least in LA. But right now, I gotta stop worrying about the Rockies, man. I gotta focus on what I'm doing here, game by game, and at bat by at bat. But right now, you know, my mind is really settling on the Rockies just because it's almost postseason It's almost postseason time. But, you know, right now maybe I'm hyping this whole series up in the postseason. What happens if the D-backs actually beat the Rockies in that wild card game? There's so many different situations. What can happen? And what happens if it's not even Arizona? What happens if it's St. Louis? They sneak in as the Rockies are winning 7-2 in New York. The 2-2 will be fouled. But there's so many situations and there's so many possibilities which I love and I cherish about baseball. 2-2, and now this one will be hit. And that will be a base hit for Chris Taylor to lead off the top of the 6th for the Dodgers.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
If you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes, even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
All right, that'll bring in Alex Wood, 0 for 1.
Here's a look over to first.
Throw over, and Taylor will get back. Still 0-0 here in the top of the 6th in Arizona. First pitch will be bunted. Taylor will be safe at second. Their only play would be at first. They maybe could have got Chris Taylor, but not too sure. Now they'll bring in Betts, who singled in his last debut. 1 for 2 from Mookie. First pitch, ball one way outside with the changeup from Young.
Late in the game, as a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there. 1-0.
All right, 1-0. And now 1-1 to Mookie.
One out and a runner on second base.
All right, 1-1 to Mookie Betts in the 1-1 pitch. Straight and fouled.
Down the right side.
1-2. All right, well, the 1-2 pitch will be inside. 2-2 now to Mookie Betts.
Most good pitchers know that they have to
2-2.
work inside and sometimes
Full
even
count.
come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up
Turner
there.
on deck.
I think that was part of
3-2 to Mookie
that
Betts.
last pitch.
Taylor over there at second. The 3-2 pitch from Young will be hit to left, and Chris Taylor will stay at second. A bad read, you know, it looked like Nick Ahmed was gonna catch it, so we really couldn't do nothing about that situation. But that was a good baseball play from Chris Taylor, not tagging up and being smart about it. 0 for 2 is Turner. First pitch will be hit to left, and Chris Taylor will move on this one, and the bases will be loaded.
And a good throw is going to hold that runner
for Matt Beatty.
So they're loaded now with only one away.
Pitch and coach don't go out. Matt Beatty 0 for 2 had a really rough series against the Padres. First pitch to Beatty will be popped up. Good swing time, but 2 outs. Alright, 2 outs, and now they'll bring in Bellinger over 2. Had a great series against the Padres. Alright, first pitch. Ball 1 low with the cutter. 1-0 to Cody Bellinger, and the 1-0 pitch from Young. Hit, and this ball will reflect off of Young's glove. The throw to first will not be on time. 1-0 Dodgers here in the top of the 6th. A single, an RBI single inside, not inside the park, but a infield hit, and wow, what a way to score the first run in this ball game. And now that will bring in Max Muncy with 2 pop-ups, 0 for 2. First pitch, ball 1 inside with the cutter from Young.
Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals.
And now the 1-0 pitch to Max Muncy from Young will be hit deep to right, and I think I hooked it foul.
Would have been a grand slam.
I swung way too early on that one, but I got so excited that I was gonna hit a grand slam. 1-1. Now 1-2 now.
2 out, bases loaded.
1-2 to Muncy. And fouled off. Alright, 1-2. And the pitch will be hit, fouled off. Staying alive is Max Muncy. 1-0 Dodgers, bases loaded. The 1-2 pitch from Young. Outside 2-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes now.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game
2-2 to Max Muncy.
Pitch after pitch,
hit, and this ball will be a ground out to first. Well, the second base, throw to first will be on time, and it's only going. We don't have a 1-run lead, but wish we would have had more runs going here in the top and here in the bottom of the 6th. Wish we would have led this game by more runs, but probably don't be the last inning for Alex Wood. We would love to get him through 6 clean innings. 1-2 now to CJ Carson Kelly, excuse me. 2 to Kelly, now the 0-2 forcing. Will be high 1-2. Didn't even know who I was pitching to. That's how focused I am. 1-2, and now the 1-2 changeup will be low, 2-2. Alright, 2-2, and now the 2-2 knuckle curve will strike out Kelly looking. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 3rd K for Wood, and now that'll bring in Josh Rojas. First pitch, hitting 254. Will be fouled off for strike 1. You know, as long as I can get ahead of the count with the pitching, that just makes us, be able to attack the zone. As this one's hit the center, Cody Bellinger will drift back and catch this one. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Alright, 2 outs, and now they'll bring in Starling Marte, who's 0 for 2. First pitch fastball, strike 1. Alright, 0-1 changeup from Alex Wood, kinda high and away. Will be popped into left. This ball might drop. No, Chris Taylor will get there to end the bottom of the 6th. So a good outing for Alex Wood. 6 innings pitched. No runs given up. Mike Leake will be the new pitcher for the D-backs, and it's a right-handed pitcher, and that's what the team loves, so we'll take it. Oh, why is Josiah Gray here? Did September call-ups happen? I think, okay, Josiah Gray's back on the team because of September call-ups.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
I would like to go call up Davin Lux instead of Josiah Gray, if that's okay, MLB. The Dodgers did that by themselves. They called up Josiah Gray. 0-2, and now 1-2. And Josiah must have pitched in the AAA the night before, because look at his energy bar. 1-2. Did I even warm anybody up? Yeah, we got Floro in the bullpen. All right, 1-2.
They really bunch him
wow.
up on that one as he swings and misses
And a really bad
first out.
cutter. Really bad swing right there. God. That brings Smith 0 for 2. Hit deep to right field. This ball might be gone. Will Smith with a 1-run blast. 2-0 31st bomb of the year for Will Smith. So we have this game. So we have Tuesday and Wednesday, and we have tomorrow off as well. We have Thursday off. So we'll take it. You know, one series I cannot wait to play, and that's going to Chicago to play the White Sox. I'm really excited for that series. Two outs now here in the top of the 7th. I'll bring in Wood. I'm gonna pull him out. Oh no, Gavin Lux is right here. What? Oh, so they did September call-ups for me, and they brought Gavin and Josiah. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. Hitting 299 in this year is Gavin. Gavin Lux will probably be on the postseason roster before Omar Estevez, even though I've struggled with Gavin Lux, I'd rather have somebody I've done a little bit of damage with than none. 1-2. I did not know that September call-ups were a thing yet. Well, I should have known that because they're September, but I guess I just have not been paying attention. But it's 2-0, and man, we got Gavin Lux back on this squad. That's exciting. Well, do we have anybody else? No, our starters are the same. Okay. We're gonna bring in Dylan Floro, 3.43 ERA. He's coming out here to try and lower it a little bit. First batter he'll see is David Peralta, 0 for 2. First pitch sinker, strike 1.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1.
0-1.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat
0-1
rack.
Slider, 1-1.
The guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing.
So Gavin Lux will probably get a start tomorrow. So will Omar Estevez. Trying to rest the starters now that I know that it's September call-ups. 1-2, and now the 1-2 sinker.
Just hung in there on that.
Maybe we'll get a Josiah Gray start. Maybe we'll take Price's start away and let Josiah Gray get a start. That'd be cool to see how he could do as a starter here. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Who would it be against? You know, I gotta give it against the team. I gotta do it against the team where I feel like Josiah Gray would do decent against. 1 in the 0-1 slider. Even though he's done decent out of the bullpen, so there's so many options. If we face the Giants with these September call-ups, I'll probably let Josiah Gray pitch against the Giants. 1-2. The fastball, a strikeout. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Alright, I'll bring in Quintel Marte. 1 for 2 in the first pitch from Dylan Floro, strike 1. Alright, the 1 and now the 0-1 forcing be fouled.
Gotta get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Alright, 0-2. Now the 0-2 sinker away from Florida to Marte and a foul ball. Alright, 0-2, and now the 0-2 forcing fastball will be fouled.
And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Alright, 0-2 changeup from Florida. Quintel will be fouled off.
On the changeup, and he did a good
Marte
job
having a pretty good AB here. 0-2 sinker. Will be hitting foul.
Hey, 5 foul balls in a row. Loving the battle in the box.
Alright, 0-2
right here,
slider from Dylan Floro. Will be fouled.
Job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
Alright, 0-2, and now the 0-2 fastball inside. We'll strike him out, and Dylan Floro will strike out the side here in the bottom of the 7th. Man, great outing right there from Floro. That probably feels great. Alright, that'll bring in Mookie Betts, and we're gonna warm up Caleb Ferguson. It's been a while since we've seen him pitch, so feels like it. Oh, first pitch from Mike Leake to Mookie, ball 1. Change up low. The 1-0 pitch to Betts will be fouled 1-1.
Back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Two and one now to Mookie.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
2-1, and now the 2-1 pitch to Betts from Mike Leake will be swung at and missed 2-2. Alright, 2-2 the pitch. We'll strike him out. Good cutter right there from Mike Leake. And now that'll bring him Turner singled back in the 6th.
Now batting, Justin Turner.
1 for 3.
Hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
First pitch, fouled back, strike 1.
And he fouls this one off.
Alright, 0-2 now. Cutter away from Turner. Cincinnati loses.
Wind up and the 0-2 pitch.
0-2, and now the pitch will be hit to center.
In the air out to center field.
This one will be caught. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th.
There's the second out of the inning.
2 outs, and now that will bring him Matt Beatty 0 for 3.
0 for 3 to this point, so not the game he was hoping to have as he continues
first
his
pitch,
quest for
ball
a
1.
batting title here in the season's final month.
But I expect him to slap an amazing at bat right here. Last at bat
1-0,
of
and now the 1-0
potentially.
pitch.
He works a knock right here.
1-1.
It could jumpstart him for the next couple games.
2 out, nobody on.
Alright, 1-1 from Leake to Beatty. Will be
This
hit
is hit
to
the other
left
way out
field.
toward
This
left
one
field.
will
And he
not
does
drop.
make a
What a play from
spectacular
David
catch.
Peralta,
What a
the freight
play
train.
there to
Wow.
end the inning. Worth a
Man, he
second
might
look
have a
here
great
as
bat,
this
but
is a
that
beauty
glove
to
is
end
kind
the
of a
inning.
sleeper.
Stepping in.
Alright, that will bring in Caleb
Starts off the inning
Ferguson
against
to
the
face
guy who
CJ
struck out
Chrome.
side
1.85 ERA.
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay
First
as
pitch from
patient.
Caleb Ferguson.
A lot of strikes. They might
It's
want
been
to
a while
start
since we've
swinging
seen
a
him
little bit
pitch, and
earlier in the count.
first pitch, strike 1 from Ferguson. Trying to have a clean 8th here. 0-1 slider, and now 1-1. These are situations probably in, games we need to win, so the postseason. We'll bring out Bruce Gratterall rather than Caleb Ferguson, but it's been a while since we've seen him throw, and wanted to see how he's looking. Didn't start on the roster this season. Started in the AAA, and the way he's pitched, I just don't want to ever take him back there. He's done great, as this will be a double, probably for CJ Chrome. No, a single, so a single to lead off the bottom of the 8th, but Caleb Ferguson, hopefully he's able to pitch out of this. They'll bring in Amardo Vargas. 0 for 2. First pitch fastball from Caleb Ferguson will be strike 1.
And it's fouled away. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Alright, 0-1 curve. Fouled off,
Fouled
0-2.
off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Alright, 0-2 from Caleb Ferguson will be a fastball, 1-2.
Too high, 1-2.
Basic pitching
Alright,
right there.
1-2 changeup will be hit, and Turner, what a play! Diving to his left. No, yeah, his left. And making a nice play over there at third. And now that will bring in Nick Ahmed 0 for 2.
And that'll give way to the third baseman.
Man, if you're Caleb Ferguson, you got to really be loving on Justin Turner right now after that play. It's been a while since we've seen one of our third basemen make a play like that. And Turner, the last good play he made was at first a couple weeks ago. When he got one of the starts at first, he's had 2 this season. 2-0 and now 2-1. But Turner made a nice play over there at first, and just made a nice one over there at third at the hot corner, and another play for Turner. And wow, get this man a Gold Glove. It's like, I wish, but Nolan Arenado, he's always getting Gold Gloves. Alright, Cody Bellinger laid off the top of the 9th, and Stanley Jansen will start warming in the pen.
Cody Bellinger. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Alright, first pitch, fouled off, strike 1. Man, and that's the thing about Mike Leake. That's pretty much the nice thing about him. He comes out, and he'll pitch 3 innings as a reliever because he's a starter. He's a natural starter, so, we have that luxury with Caleb Ferguson because he's a starter. We have that luxury with Josiah Gray when he's up here. We have that luxury with Ross Stripling because he's He's worked in the pen and he has started. So, and Joe Kelly, you know, Joe Kelly, he's a long bullpen type of guy. You know, he'll come out and eat innings for us. So, you know, that's probably one of my favorite things about our bullpen is that when we need innings eaten, we have Stripling, we have Ferguson, we have Kelly, we have Dylan Floro when he's really hot. We have Bruce Gratterall, where I think I've only let him pitch one game this season where he went 2 innings, but you know we know he can do it because how good he does. He always does good that first inning, so I don't see why he wouldn't be able to come out and, you know, pitch him 2 innings. But you know, we never know. And in this month of September, I think I want to work on with getting Joe Kelly out more, because I feel like I barely have seen him this second half. And if I can make him pound the zone this month, because he's a big part of this bullpen. Joe Kelly and Bruce Gratterall are pretty much the setup guys. But, you know, I've been going to Dylan Floro a lot more than Joe Kelly. Alright, there goes Muncy. Hit the left, and this ball will drop for a base hit. Muncy's on the way to third. The throw from David Peralta will get him. Muncy's a little slow. Whoops. Alright. That will bring in Carson Kelly, and that will bring in Jansen. 32 saves, 6 blown saves, 47.1 innings, 3.99 ERA. Trying to get another save here with a 2-run lead. First pitch from Kelly will be ball 1.
First pitch misses to him. It's ball 1.
The big man trying to get a save. Got a save on Sunday against the Padres. 1-0 in the 1-0 fastball. 2-0.
That misses 2-0.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common.
All right,
with
2-0.
like him. Running a blazing
2-0 fastball.
up there is great, but if you
Hit
can't
to
harness
right
it,
field.
what
Betts
good
is on
does
the
it do?
move, and Betts will catch it. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
There, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for.
All right, 1 out, and now they'll bring in Christian Walker, getting his first debut in this ball game. Hitting 285, 20 home runs, and 67 RBIs. First pitch cutter. Fouled off, strike 1.
He's got the average of 285 here to start play.
1 and now the 0-1 slider from Kenley
67 runs batted
will
in.
be fouled off. 0-2.
Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing. Did he go around?
1-2
First base umpire. It's ball
Kenley
1.
Jansen. 1-2 to Christian Walker. The pitch from Jansen. The slider will strike him out. 83-mile-per-hour slider.
Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it
Good
fun
job.
to watch him go about his business.
Good job, Kenley, man.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites. Mostly
All right, that'll bring in
because
Starling Marte.
absolutely dominate on any given day.
0
Because
for
of what
3.
he offers up there, it's just
First
nasty.
pitch fastball,
There aren't
ball
many
1.
hitters that like to see this guy on the
1-0,
mound.
and now we're going to go back to the fastball.
Is in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
1-0 fastball. 1-1.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back.
Going back to that
2-1 game,
fastball.
last of the
3
ninth,
straight
2 away.
fastballs from Kenley Jansen. Hit and foul.
And this is sliced foul into the stands.
Probably
and right
expecting
out
the
of
cutter.
play.
We're going to go with the slider here. The 1-2
Arizona
slider,
down to its
2
last
outs,
strike.
will be
Another
fouled.
one sent foul.
Good swing right there from Starling Marte. 1-2 cutter inside from Jansen. Will strike him out looking.
He gets strike
And
3
another
ball
save for
to
Kenley
end the year,
Jansen.
and with that,
And
this
Jansen will
one's
probably
over.
get an off day tomorrow no matter what the situation
On
is.
the season for him.
Just to
Matching
see
my
him
career
pitch
best for a season.
and get his
Difference is
33rd
he still has a
save.
chance
It looks
to
pretty
notch
good.
number 34. Another nice outing from him.
This evening's game
All right, a win
finishes
for Wood.
2-0 the final
No runs
score.
given up from the
Los
pen and player of the game.
Angeles Dodgers.
We're gonna go with Alex
Sixth
Wood,
inning
so
of victory
like,
in this one. Alex Wood
comment, and
reports his
subscribe.
18th win of the year
And I'll see you
for letting
guys
only 1
tomorrow
hit
for the
in 6
final
complete
game
innings.
this season
Alex Young
in Arizona.
loss after
Like, comment,
giving up
subscribe.
1 earned. Kenley
I'll see you guys
Jansen
tomorrow.
closes the door